You're most likely watching this because you're a Muslim man who's been trying to get into shape for a while now. You're going to the gym, you're eating right, you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing, but nothing is built around your life. The diets, they don't account for Ramadan. The meal plans don't account for your family tradition or your dawats every other weekend. The training program doesn't even account for the fact that you're juggling with work, life, family and deen. So you keep trying, 2 weeks later you fall off and then you reset, and you still hate what you see exactly when you take your top off and look in the mirror. Your belly fat wouldn't shift, you've got no muscle or structure, and you're stuck in the same body you had 6 months ago or even a year ago. The worst part is you already know something is wrong, but you don't know what. If that's you, keep watching because this video is going to change everything, bro. Now here's the real problem, and nobody is saying this out loud. Most Muslim men are trapped in a loop. They lose a bit of weight, then they gain it back, and then they lose it again. They think the problem is discipline and that they need to try more harder or be more consistent, but that's not it, bro. When you crash diet, when you starve yourself, when you're doing endless amounts of cardio with no structure, you don't lose body fat, you lose muscle. The numbers go down on the scale, but now you're skinny fat and you've still got a belly. You've got zero shape, and now you've made the problem a lot more harder and longer to fix. And another problem nobody talks about, every plan that you followed online isn't built for Muslim men. It was built for just general population, for gym goers, lads with no culture, obligation or Ramadan, no family responsibilities, no halal food restrictions to navigate. It doesn't know what it's like growing up in an Asian household where the food and the culture is pure love. It doesn't know how Ramadan impacts your routine, what it's like trying to stay consistent or going to dawats every now and again and how to plan around that. It doesn't know what it's like having a wedding every other weekend, a dawat you can't say no to, and the pressure of being a son, husband and a father, and then somehow trying to find time on top of that for yourself. Generic fitness advice doesn't account for any of it. So you either sacrifice your life to follow the plan, or you sacrifice the plan to live your life, and then either way you end up back where you started. And that's not a willpower problem, bro. It's just a plan that was never built for you in the first place. Now I know this loop because I've lived it. During COVID, I was working at a restaurant and building a supplement brand on the side. I was pouring everything into both, and whilst I was doing that, without realizing, I completely let myself go. I remember looking into the mirror one day and I genuinely didn't like what I saw. I had love handles, I had belly fat, I had no shape, no muscle, lack of confidence. I felt soft, I felt weak, and honestly I felt like I let myself down. So I had to fix it. I looked up programs online, followed what everybody else was doing, but none of it fitted around my schedule, my lifestyle or who I was as a Muslim man. So I'd do it for a few weeks, fall off, end up back to square one, and then I just kept resetting. Does that sound familiar to you as well, bro? So I stopped following other people's system and I started building and following my own. I got back into training properly, got my PT and my nutrition qualification, put the work in, hired a coach myself, and got into the best shape of my life around my terms and around my life. And then I started coaching brothers for free just to give back. One transformation turned into two turned into 10. The word has spread, and now I've transformed hundreds of Muslim men. A mentor told me, what you're doing here is your business. It's time for you to go all in. So I went full time into my business in 2024. I built the Muslim Man Method, which is just not a fitness program, but it's a framework designed specifically for Muslim men, built around our faith, our culture and our lives. Because I realized there was a massive gap. Brothers were suffering in silence, uncomfortable in their own skin, feeling lost, weak and tired, and the coaches out there didn't understand them, or they weren't walking the walk themselves. And this is why I built the Triple M to fix that. Now here's how the Triple M actually works. 3 phases specifically built for Muslim men. Phase 1 is the foundation phase. Before we even look into your training and nutrition, we fix the basics first. Sleep, hydration, routine, habits and your movement. Most coaches skip this phase entirely. They hand you a plan and say crack on, get on your bike. 6 weeks later you've fallen off because the foundation was never there in the first place. We build brick by brick, and when the foundation is solid, that's when everything else works. Then we move over to phase 2, which is the rebuild phase. The goal isn't just to lose weight, it's to change your body composition. You have to ask yourself, do you want to achieve your dream weight or your dream physique? We get you lean first, the right and slow way, whilst retaining or building muscle. Once that's complete, then we build long term. One of my clients, Sully, went from skinny fat with no muscle and zero experience in the gym to now photo shoot lean 13 months later, where he's dropped over 21 kgs and he was consuming over 3,000 calories. That's right, he ate more food and he lost weight and built muscle. Why he was able to do this? Because we built his metabolism first. That's the difference between guesswork and having a system. He trusted the plan, and most importantly, he trusted the coach. And then phase 3 is the becoming phase. The journey is also spiritual, not just physical. The Sahabas weren't weak. The Prophet ﷺ was disciplined, he was active and he was strong. Your body is an amana, it's a trust from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and neglecting your body is also neglecting that trust. When you get into shape, the benefits don't stop just at the mirror. Brothers tell me that the salah improves, their focus improves, their relationship relationship with their wives and the kids improve. They're living a better quality life. Their confidence is through the roof. They're taking more risks. They have more energy. They have more libido. It's not just about chasing aesthetics and looks. It's about who you become as a man. Now let's talk about what happens if you don't do anything. 6 months from now, you're still here, stuck in the same body, looking feminine and looking exactly the same when you take your top off. Another wedding season comes and you're still picking outfits based on what's going to hide that belly fat and not what you actually want to wear and feel good in. Another summer comes by and you're the one skipping entering the pool or even wearing baggy clothes because you don't want to expose your belly fat, especially when your kids ask you to come into the water but you feel self-conscious. 12 months from now, nothing's changed except you're a year older and now you've made it a lot harder. You're still the dad that gets out of breath after playing with his kids, still saying after Ramadan or after Eid or after this wedding, or I'll sort it out next month, but next month never comes. You can never create the perfect moment. The perfect moment needs to be created from you. And underneath all of that, there's that quiet feeling that you carry, that you're not fully showing up for yourself, your wife, your kids, your community. That version of you that you know you're capable of becoming is still waiting and still waiting to get unlocked. That feeling doesn't go on its own, brother. It just gets heavier the longer you carry it, and as you continue aging, the bill for regret gets bigger. Every week you wait is another week stuck in the same loop. Now just a quick disclaimer before I finish. I'm not trying to work with every Muslim man in the world. I'm trying to change a handful of lives properly, deeply and permanently. So I personally handpick every brother that I work and give my time with. If you're still watching this, then it 100% means something. It means it's resonated and it's time for you to take action, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put you here for a reason. So hit the link around this video or on this page. You'll find out exactly how the Muslim man method works, what's involved and whether it's going to be for you. There's no pressure here, bro, just the information. And based on that, we can figure out whether you're going to be a good fit for the program and becoming part of the brotherhood. Hit the link, bro. Let's have a chat and let's see if we can build that version of you. Inshallah, I'll speak to you very soon. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.